by Semilak, which was actually given in 2019, if I remember correctly. So, but then the Tejas have done a human service. Both the squads, which are based at Sulu, they have done a tremendous service despite all that ups and downs. In fact, ups and downs started when Dr. Kota, actually started the, actually Tejas limited production, limited series production, LSPs at Aeronautical Development Agency. Yes, it went through a lot of twists and turns during its initial stages, but then finally the final product came over, and then the manufacturing license was given to HAL, and HL started manufacturing, and by which time Dr. Kota had already left AD. So, so many things have happened in the past as far as the Tejas is concerned, and then there was also a lot of negative publicity with respect to the first indigenous fighter of our nation as to why it's not coming out, why it's taking so much of time. We have invested so much of money, and all those such talk was there. But then the Tejas proved all that wrong. It was inducted very successfully, and then it did a human service. Now I think we should all put all this in the back burner. We should not really worry about it. But the fact of the matter is, Tejas, in fact, which has had an excellent flight safety record, that actually going down in such a way at the Dubai, it's very unfortunate. Yes, actually, you were just now telling me that, our adversaries will really go to town with this information and then start a negative campaign, which I'm sure they would have done in the social media already. Yes, very unfortunate. But then we know how to weather all this and come out successful. But notwithstanding this, even though such a fatal has taken place, and I'm sure the squadron, Indian Air Force, and the family of the ill-fated pilot, they must be. We really know they must be going through a real miserable time. But notwithstanding all that, Tejas is still a wonderful aircraft. Is a greatest addition to the Indian Air Force.
Well, thank you very much, Air Vice Marshal Murli, as well as Air Marshal Sanjeev Kapoor, for joining us and putting this to perspective. Undoubtedly, there will be attempts that would be made by our adversaries to perhaps twist this, carry on with their propaganda, but it's in these dark moments that we all need to stand together. We've lost a brave fighter pilot in the tragic incident that took place earlier today. We'll get you all the latest information on the other side.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर्नब मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल,
ये रंग दे,
ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
China and Japan are clashing verbally over Taiwan. Tensions between China and
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, Delicious, healthy, every day.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा।
Real estate contributes 7% of the GDP, which is going to be 13% by 2030. It is also the second highest employer with almost 5 crore people working in the real estate sector.
Are real estate prices already inflated for a common man to afford?
राइट डेवलपर, राइट साइज, राइट लोकेशन अगर आप लेकर आ रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है बहुत सारे लोग अभी भी ऐसे हैं जो घर खरीदना चाहते हैं लेकिन उनको राइट अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं दिखाई दे रही।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
MDH
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरी राजा,
सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरी राजा,
सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी। अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल। ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाह मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
So in the past, we would see most of the terrorists who would get arrested. They would be like the people who would be working at a very low level. But today, we have seen the white collar suspect.
कश्मीर घाटी में डॉक्टर्स एक बहुत अल्टीमेट ड्रीम होता है वहां के लड़के लड़कियों का। उस बनने के बावजूद अगर आप रेडिकलाइज होकर अपने ही देशवासियों को मारने के लिए और अपने देश को तोड़ने के लिए तैयार हो सकते हैं, तो आप अंदाजा लगाइए किस तरह की रेडिकलाइजेशन हो रही है और इस फ्रंट पे हम क्या काम कर रहे हैं।
Investigators have identified Maulvi Irfan Wagha, also known as Imam Irfan, from Shopian in South Kashmir, as the mastermind who blended his dual identity, that of a preacher and healthcare worker, to influence and radicalize the educated youth.
The accusation against him is completely baseless. He had been there for 7 years, offering prayers, conducting religious classes, and teaching children at the religious center. He would come only occasionally.
We had no idea about the allegations against him, but we don't believe them. He is a good person. We don't know anything else.
According to the ongoing investigation, Maulvi used his access at GMC Srinagar and his sermons in Naugam's local mosques to identify and influence those he saw as easy targets, pushing them towards radicalization. He used social media to radicalize highly qualified professionals. During the questioning, Irfan admitted to the police that he had radicalized Dr. Muzammil Shakil, who is the key accused of Faridabad Arms Hall.
According to the officials, Imam Irfan allegedly built and expanded a white-collar terror network with the help of Pak-based Jaish handler Umar bin Khattab, alias Harjula. The police found improvised
So in the past, we would see most of the terrorists who would get arrested. They would be like the people who would be working at a very low level. But today, we have seen the white collar suspect.
कश्मीर घाटी में डॉक्टर्स एक बहुत अल्टीमेट ड्रीम होता है वहां के लड़के लड़कियों का। उस बनने के बावजूद अगर आप रेडिकलाइज होकर अपने ही देशवासियों को मारने के लिए और अपने देश को तोड़ने के लिए तैयार हो सकते हैं, तो आप अंदाजा लगाइए किस तरह की रेडिकलाइजेशन हो रही है और इस फ्रंट पे हम क्या काम कर रहे हैं।
Investigators have identified Maulvi Irfan Wagha, also known as Imam Irfan, from Shopian in South Kashmir, as the mastermind who blended his dual identity, that of a preacher and healthcare worker, to influence and radicalize the educated youth.
The accusation against him is completely baseless. He had been there for 7 years, offering prayers, conducting religious classes, and teaching children at the religious center. He would come only occasionally.
We had no idea about the allegations against him, but we don't believe them. He is a good person. We don't know anything else.
According to the ongoing investigation, Maulvi used his access at GMC Srinagar and his sermons in Naugam's local mosques to identify and influence those he saw as easy targets, pushing them towards radicalization. He used social media to
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 and I'm Rakshita with you today. The biggest story that we're tracking for you is the tragic Tejas crash at the Dubai Air Show, viewers. We are going to get you the 6 angles, every visual on Republic TV and the insights that we are picking up. Of course, there's no official information coming in as far as the cause of this tragedy is concerned, but this has led to the death of one Indian Air Force pilot. That has been confirmed by the Air Force. The Tejas crash, every angle on Republic TV, viewers. This happened during a performance during the Dubai Air Show. Just on the finale, the last day of the show, India-built fighter aircraft Tejas came crashing down. Tragic mishap, caught on camera. Air Force has confirmed the fatality of the pilot. He could not be seen ejecting, and a court of inquiry has been ordered. Now you can see this timer, you can see this 7-second video. It is trying to perform a loop. It tries to perform a loop and then it comes crashing in few seconds. There's no official word as to how long this was flying in this entire air show, but it was there in the air for a couple of minutes. But when it performed this difficult maneuver, the half loop, it resulted in this nosedive on the ground, and it was burst into flames. It turned into a fireball. All one could see was the thick black plume of smoke and then the blaze, as you can see right here. This is the first video that we're showing to you, the 7-second video right now on your screens, viewers. This is a light combat aircraft. It's a single-seater light combat aircraft designed and built by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It's known for its agility, advanced avionics, a composite airframe that reduces the weight, viewers. And you can see this is another angle that we are showing to you. How it was performing. It was in a formation. It performs the flip and it tries to balance the wings also. What happened? Things went awry when it was in low altitude. It was in low altitude in a half loop, and there was not enough altitude. It tried to pull up. It tries to pull up, but it comes down crashing. As you can see, the maneuver, half loop reversal, was being carried out by the pilot. It was executing a G-split maneuver. It was a G-split maneuver that was being performed in this light combat aircraft, viewers. It's a combat maneuver. And it is, of course, viewers, very important for the Indian Navy and Indian Air Force, both. This, this is a military aircraft. It's a key step towards self-reliance in military aviation. Videos filmed, as we are showing you, show the aircraft maneuvering. When it came down crashing, it nosedived, turning it into a massive fireball. What we know so far is that the Tejas pilot was executing a G-split maneuver. That's a tight half maneuver, vertical turning maneuver. It combines a half roll and a half loop. And it's often used in air combat to evade an opponent or create distance. That was being demonstrated. Now, it also results in a significant loss of altitude and an increase in speed. And this is, of course, the second Tejas LCA crash in a span of 20 months in its 23-year history. This was in service, what we know, for a couple of years. And the first test flight was in 2001, as far as Tejas in overall Tejas aircraft since its induction is concerned. Last time crash happened was in 2024, March, near Jaisalmer. And viewers, the final moments on your screens right now, another video by video from every angle, multiple vantage points. You see this slow motion video that we just showed, how the fighter jet lost control. It lost control and it nosedived onto the ground. And there's going to be a probe, a court of inquiry has been ordered. This is it when it was in the air. You can see a longer video, high altitude, and then it comes down, trying to perform that maneuver, but it loses control somehow. It attempts to somehow, what we understand from our sources, that it was trying to gain some altitude. It was very, very low, but it could not. It went disoriented and it crashed into a ball of flames, as we are just showing you. This is the Tejas Light Combat Aircraft jet, and it was performing a low altitude maneuver. These are the final moments when it was up in the air. And remember, what we know is that for the past few days, ever since the air show had started, the same aircraft was performing very well with the same pilot. But tragedy struck on the final day. Tragedy struck on the final day. And we will connect with our guests also. We will connect with our guests also. Group Captain D.K. Pandey is joining us live on the broadcast. For more, Group Captain Pandey, a very, very big tragedy that has struck today as far as this Air Force air show is concerned. Now, there is these words are being used about the half flip, the half loop, the G-splits. It's a maneuver, it's a tight maneuver. He was attempting, at least seemingly, attempting a half roll and a half loop. If you could just explain to our viewers, what is your reading of what really transpired during this air show?
Definitely, it is a very, very sad occasion, and we never expected the aircraft which we are operating from more than a decade, and it has proved its worth. Whatever we expected, it has delivered, and it has participated in many exercises. And the first crash was in 2014, and just see after that, 2024, when it was marched in Jaisalmer, they were having exercise, and then it happened. Now the basic problem is from last 17th November onwards in Dubai show, we have proved that our aircraft is well maneuverable. It has got all the capabilities which a latest aircraft have, because you are showcasing your capabilities in a global market. And people have appreciated this. The positive comments have come. But same time, we should not forget that same time, the oil leakage propaganda was also thrown here and there. So we have to guard against such anti-Indian propaganda. And immediately, government of India has acted on that, and then we have told this is fake news. But having said this, basically, I want to just submit only one thing. There are people, those who do want to see Indian defense production system, ecosystem to develop. And because if we develop our own aircraft, their market will be affected. So these are the few things which definitely create a suspicion. But the point which I can appreciate with the visuals, what you have shown, the maneuvers, anti-G maneuvers doing at low level, that shows the capability of the aircraft. And same thing the pilots was trying to perform. And definitely at a certain height, when the height was quite low, he must have tried to pull up, but it couldn't do because height was a bit less, and it appears that the speed was also not that much where he could have pulled. So these are basically as far as maneuvering aspect is concerned. Now coming on the Dubai Air Show, the last 3 days we have performed so nicely. and people have shown interest. People and same way we have seen visuals. The X on X, we have seen pictures of Pakistani team also, and they appreciated. They also appreciated, and we have sent our best pilots because you are demonstrating in world open market, and best pilot and best maintenance team. So saying that people there were lapses as far as something has been negligence, I cannot expect this because we are trying. I will showcase our capabilities. Number one, number two, we have to establish why it happened so that we don't repeat such incidents in future. Number three, the facts finding has to be as early as possible. Reason is, as time passes, then definitely few facts they get mitigated and the actuals don't come. So we do have a capable team there, and requirements, some expertise are required. Then definitely a team will go from India also. But definitely it's a tragic incident, and what we see the fireball after the crash. Basically, this is the total display was for 10 minutes only, and definitely aircraft when they get airborne, the tank is full and the fuel is there. That has caused basically, as I can appreciate, the fuel available in the aircraft has crossed this fireball, which we are able to see. Because see, if you see the visuals, the very nicely he has completed his maneuver. Yeah. But only problem is when he was recovering out of this maneuver, then I think something has happened, because there are two reasons, either it's a pilot error or technical error. Pilot error, probability is very, very poor, although I cannot rule out. Probability is very, very poor. Reason is that you have sent the best pilots, because we have to show our best to whole world. Number two, the technical team, best team was sent. Reason is we wanted to show that all aircraft which have gone, they are perfectly correct, they are perfectly fit for operations, and they have proved rather. Today was the last date of the Dubai Air Show. So I think these are, by the way, these are part of our operations. Probability of any contingency during the operations cannot be ruled out. These are part of, and we are trained accordingly that we have to encounter such contingencies. We have to make effort to save. One more last point I want to add here. Just see the normally in air shows, audience is there. This aircraft has landed in a safe place. This is also part of the training. We go to a place where population is less, construction, infrastructural buildings are less, so that damage is less as far as on-ground damage is concerned. So I must say that definitely anti-Indian sentiments will create the propaganda. There is no doubt, within country, outside country, both ways. But we have proved in more than a decade this aircraft has proved its worth, and we are hopeful that we'll be able to do better, because we are upgrading this platform in next about 1 decade. This will be the best fighter which we will have.
Group Captain Pandey, I have to understand when you said that he was trying to take flight while he was on a very, very low altitude. Now there's the factor of G-force that comes in. If you could just explain to our viewers the negative G when they talk about the force on the aircraft, that somewhere, that somewhere is a very, very difficult situation for any pilot. Could this have also been resulted? If you could just explain what is negative G, and is pilot disorientation, is disorientation also a factor that could come in?
If a disorientation aspect is there, because he had full control, he has completed his maneuver almost, maneuver was complete, and it was just a recovery part which he couldn't perform. That is beside the point. So disorientation I totally rule out. As far as G factor is concerned, something which you do against the G, like we know basic science, if you drop something, it falls because G is pulling it. This is basic science we all read in our school days. Now when you're going against this, you pick up something. Some force is exerted on your hand. Same way when you're going, this is a small example, when you're taking aircraft which is having a massive weight plus speed, momentum is very high. So when momentum is high, controlling that momentum and going above that, it requires a lot of effort, and pilot is always in stress in such maneuvers. Number one. Number two, when you're doing that, your whole body is under tremendous pressure. Your blood cells, they come under pressure, and that's why you must have seen pilots wearing G suits, because that save the pilot's nerves and flow of blood is controlled. So point is, no Air Force is having pilots for committing for crashes or something. They all, but crashes are part of the operations. I will not deny that. But same time, we try to initiate actions which which helps us to ensure that these things are not repeated in future. Definitely, same thing will be done. Court inquiry has been ordered, as the SOP is, and we will learn suitable lessons which will be promoted. If something is there which is a reason for suspecting something in engine or something, then that test has to be carried out on all the fleet, and accordingly, but that is a rare case. I'm telling you the likely probabilities if somebody is trying to look those. So basically, when you're going against it, we were pulling up the weight. Just see, if you pick up 1 kg, there is no issue. But when you pick up 100 kgs, you have to put extra weight. So here, weight is in tons. And your aircraft is trying to pull weight. And normally, when you move in train or you move in the vehicle, then all of a sudden, if you apply the brake, your body also goes in the direction of the motion. The same thing happens. Your aircraft is going down, so body is going down, and all of a sudden you pull up, and the whole body, blood vessels, and other things are under pressure. So this is it. But we practice, and not that we don't practice. We practice. All these things are exposed, and maneuvering at low level, maneuvering at medium level, ultra low level flying is also done, and high level there is no problem at all. So why is because situation what demands in operations, in actual operations, we don't know. Because at times, defensive maneuvers demand that you go ultra low level also. So those are the peculiar cases which I don't think is correct for me to discuss here. So
Yes.
Let's say look for the facts and establish what has actually happened, and then take out the actual
Right, sir. Group Captain Pandey, just stay on with us. We'll try and understand more as we see more and more angles how this crash actually happened at the Dubai Air Show. Now, you see it's in the air for a couple of seconds, this video that has been captured, as Group Captain Pandey was also helping us understand how it was at the low altitude, but it attempted to pull up. And that was something that caused great difficulty, seemingly. Of course, it's all a matter of investigation, and the probe is underway. But you can see it just reduces into a fireball, and plumes of smoke is all one could see while it was in the air for 5, 6, 7 seconds, and it comes down crashing, just nosedives into a vacant land. Of course, that is also part of training, as Group Captain Pandey just explained to us. Now, this is another video that we are showing to you that shows it was in the middle of a maneuver, right? In the middle of a maneuver, it was performing a loop, sir, and this is what is something that is it's a horrific image when we see that. Now, Group Captain Pandey, this Tejas, barring what happened in 2024, it has had a good record. It has had a safety record. India, I think, right now has 38 squadrons, and it is waiting for more deliveries. And after the retirement of MiG-21, sir, this is the key workforce of the Indian Air Force, and especially in the times that we're living right now, there are multiple challenges before the country, sir. Tejas becomes of utmost importance now. From here on, sir, what could be the investigative angles, the most pressing questions in your understanding, sir?
Basically, as the first thing is, once all facts are collected, so we have to see what has gone abnormal, and data recorder and all those things will tell what happened actually in the cockpit. What were the what we call the we milk the data, maneuvering what all evidence are there, how they behaved, how each aspect was, each assembly was performing. All the data you can maneuver, because nowadays professionalism has gone very high. Fly-by-wire is there. So as you enhance the complexities of the system, the more and more accuracy and precision is required as far as their maintenance is concerned. So to achieving that, you have to milk out that performance data, and then on basis of that you say what has gone wrong, and then you take the corrective measure. This is the basic thumb rule across all the countries, all air forces. Now, especially for us, definitely Russia-Ukraine war has given very clear lesson that you have to be self-dependent. You cannot keep your country hostages in others' control, and you're looking for everything from outside. That is not healthy for especially a country which is surrounded by two friends, which are only so-called friends, but they are always ready for any misadventure. So we have to enhance our preparedness. That is the first requirement, and we should not, because we have seen how America and China has played the ball. Op Sindoor, we knew that Pakistan was held by Turkey as well as China both. So tomorrow again, we cannot rule out that they will not help in future also. So if these things are happening, we have to be ready from all dimensions. This is the part of that. And same time, you need a lot of financial support also, because American R&D budget is in hundreds of billions. Dollars. So our R&D is hardly some 1.5% of the GDP. That is very, very low. So seeing that you need funds, how you'll generate a fund, especially a country like us, which are developing, we are developing our defense production system, ecosystem, and we are looking for the market, and we are exporting our defense products to more than 100 countries. So, and we're making every time we are making records. So we have to ensure that all these things are correctly handled, and we don't have time, because as such, just see, 1983, the project of Tejas was thought of, and 83 to 2025, still we are not sure what we are doing. So, now at least we have started planning things for long run. HAL is also doing good job. We are enhancing our knowledge. Transfer of technology is being given a due respect, as well as Atmanirbharta, the self-reliance. That factor has come. We have released so many non-procurement lists, so that basically you are giving chance to private operators also. So public-private partnership, that is is going to prove very productive for India. And Tejas is one of that element where, like Tejas Mark 1A, when it will come, then see what will happen with the Tejas Mark 2, AMCA, all these projects are there in pipeline. So definitely we have to move in a very, very long-term planning has to be there. It should be strategic in nature, as well as we have to see how funds can be generated to keep the flow of the development. So various challenges are there for India, but again, at least we are addressing the issues, and definitely today's accident, definitely, as I mentioned, the anti-Indian sentiments will try to encash this, but unfortunately that thing will happen. You cannot stop it. This is the war market. Like, just see F-35 versus Su-57. The way it is being compared on various platforms. The word media is comparing both aircraft, which is better how it is done. And we know in Trivandrum this F-35 was there for more than 1 month. So various factors are there. It's a very competitive environment, and we have to be ready to face all these challenges.
Right. Thank you so much, Group Captain Pandey, for joining us with your insights and your reading of this situation that we are closely tracking, viewers. This is the light combat aircraft, the Tejas, that has crashed in Dubai during the last day of on the last day of the air show. And viewers, this is a story that we continue to track. And with that, we step into a very, very short break. But on the other side, our continuous coverage on the big story continues. Don't go anywhere.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है, अरे मेरे राजा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। जीरा सिप MDH का जल्दी और जीरा सिप MDH का जीरा सिप।
So in the past, we would see most of the terrorists who would get arrested, they would be like the people who would be working at a very low level. But today we have seen the white collar suspect.
कश्मीर घाटी में डॉक्टर्स एक बहुत अल्टीमेट ड्रीम होता है वहां के लड़के लड़कियों का। उस बनने के बावजूद अगर आप रेडिकलाइज होकर अपने ही देशवासियों को मारने के लिए।
This is CP Gurnani from IONOS. I think the summit is a very integral part of shaping opportunities for India and some of the challenges that India has. And as a founder of IONOS, I can only say is that technology has a significant role to play in India's economic policies over the next 5 to 50 years. Let's talk about it.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर्गन मसाला।
China and Japan are clashing verbally over Taiwan. Tensions between China and Japan have risen over Taiwan's security. Japan has signaled it may intervene in a potential conflict, viewing it as a threat to its own stability. China condemned this as meddling, issuing strong warnings and summoning diplomats. This conflict started when Japan's newly appointed Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, issued a direct warning to China during a
Good evening, welcome to Republic. We've been at the forefront since 2020 of telling you about the Delhi riots. We first showed you pictures, then WhatsApp images. Then we showed you yesterday what's been showed by the Delhi police in the top court of the country. The 8-minute video of Sharjeel Imam, where he's showing the inflammatory speeches, where he's speaking about breaking India. The pan-India breaking concept has clearly been proven yesterday. Today we showed you videos that were played in the Supreme Court of Chakka Jam, that was a clear motivated move, and also going ahead of Chand Bagh, where Ankit Sharma lost his life. He was brutally stabbed, thrown in the Nala right outside the place where Tahir Hussain, Aam Aadmi Party's former councillor, lived. What the real story is that the Delhi police is trying to tell in the Supreme Court is these people are terrorists. They don't deserve bail. First a look at our top headlines. The unfortunate LCA Tejas fighter jet crashes during Dubai Air Show. IAF confirms pilot sustained fatal injuries in accident. IAF orders inquiry into Dubai Tejas air crash, panel to ascertain the cause of accident. New revelations come to fore from terrorist Muzammil's phone data. 200 videos recovered showing recce of religious sites across Delhi and UP. And Congress versus Congress intensifies in Karnataka. More MLAs from DKS camp to travel to Delhi today to meet top brass amid power tussle. Ladies and gentlemen, as the hearing resumed in the Delhi riots case today and the Delhi police has concluded what it had to say before them, they have said these Delhi riot accused were terrorists. They conspired to choke Assam out of India. Not only that, Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju also argued how Umar Khalid, the Tukre Tukre gang, infamous person who said Bharat tere tukre honge statement, he also was a person who tried to incite violence all across pan-India. Today we show you this video from Chandbagh, which clearly shows you how sticks were being picked up in the Chandbagh area in northeast Delhi in 2020, how these people, after picking up these sticks, went towards areas to pelt stones, throw acid bottles at the police and try and do violence. The biggest question, as this new video evidence is now accessed by Republic TV, shows it's presented in the Supreme Court, and it clearly shows these riots were mobilized for one thing and one thing only. What happened in Dhaka, what happened in Kathmandu is what they wanted in India, a regime change. First, let's show you this video.
पत्थर मार रही हो मुझे बम को तो कर रहे कर दिया
Once again, we show you the Chandbagh video that was played before the top court of the country today. The ASG made several points in the Supreme Court where he tried to say that these people were terrorists who were involved in this thing. He said these conspirators were planning violence. They organized Chakka Jam to disrupt and choke Assam out of India. Violence was being planned, and they mobilized rioters armed with sticks who engaged in heavy stone pelting. In simple words, they wanted an armed rebellion to throw the government in power out of power. These are fresh videos of 2020 riots that have been shown in the Supreme Court to say that these terrorists do not deserve bail. These are not youngsters like the New York Times apologist tries to say. These are not people who deserve bail, but terrorists who deserve to be behind bars without bail ever. The Supreme Court has been told by the Delhi police that the accused showed scant regard for the Constitution. The Supreme Court has been told by the Delhi police that not the first time, but several times in this large-scale rioting, and look at the way this mobilization took place, all of them in Chandbagh are picking up these sticks and they are going towards a certain area. Is this what Sharjeel Imam's lawyer is going to tell the Supreme Court is a peaceful protest? This was a conspiracy for large-scale mobilization and killing. If one hears the natural sound in these videos, we hear a very anxious person on the video saying, "Patharbazi shuru ho gayi hai." We hear the murdered constable speak about the scare they were facing. Protected witness statements have been given in the Supreme Court. The conspirators also sought more violence because President Donald Trump of the United States was in India. Like Sharjeel Imam in the videos yesterday said, what was their purpose? Delhi ka highway pakdenge to international media aayegi. Agar Supreme Court mein matter aayega, to Supreme Court ko nani yaad dila denge. These are words of Sharjeel Imam showing scant respect, in fact contempt of the court when the CAA case was going on. They used this only as a radicalizing catalyst. They also tried to radicalize people of a certain community, the Muslims, trying to say that nothing right has happened with you in the top court of the country. All this evidence has been placed before the top court, and this is what they wanted, viewers. Violence, chakka jam and choking parts of India and breaking India. We move to a very big focus for Republic TV. Delhi is shaken once again. A class 10 student of St. Columbus, the prestigious school, has died by suicide. The family says it's happened because of harassment by teachers. This comes on the heels of another tragic incident in Jaipur, where a 9-year-old student died after jumping from a school. building. Her family had stated she sustained bullying and verbal abuse. These back-to-back cases are raising very troubling questions. How many more children must suffer before institutions are going to treat bullying and emotional well-being is taken more seriously by them?
A 16-year-old class 10 student gone too soon. On 18th November, the teenager allegedly jumped from platform number 2 of Rajendra Place metro station. Minutes later, police found his school bag and inside it, a suicide note where he clearly blamed few teachers of the school for his action. In the note, the student wrote clearly, "The school authorities have now been suspended, the headmaster and 3 teachers who were named in the first information report filed by the teenager's father. A probe committee has also been formed to dig deep into the allegations levelled by the victim." But the question is suspension just enough? When Republic reached out to the school, the gate was shut on a reporter's face. Clearly, the school was not in any position to respond or show any support to the kin of the victim.
I'll show you once the condition here, the condition of the school. Apparently they're too scared to answer, they're too scared to talk to us, to even let us know that if the principal is inside, let alone let us talk to the principal. I'll also show you, we'll try to talk to somebody again and we'll show you what happens. This door, this gate here, you see, this is pretty open. This side of the gate remains open. It was open till we attempted to talk. And there is this slider door. We'll try and talk to her and we'll just ask a simple question. Is the principal inside? Can we speak to him? Can we know what actions being taken? What is the update? We'll try. Ma'am? As you can see, this is the answer that we get.
Meanwhile, the 16-year-old victim's father spoke to Republic exclusively, demanding strict action in connection to the suicide and harassment case of his son.
हम ये पहले दिन से कहते थे कि ये इनको सस्पेंड करो, स्कूल को ये कह रहे थे, उन्होंने नहीं किया था और पुलिस स्टेशन को हम कह रहे हैं कि इनको अरेस्ट करो। 2 दिन किस लिए आप स्कूल को दे रहे हो? 2 दिन आप दे रहे हो कि स्कूल और पुलिस स्टेशन का कुछ फिक्सिंग हो जाए, इसके लिए दे रहे हो क्या आप? ये उसी दिन ही अरेस्ट करना चाहिए था। बच्चे ने अपने हैंड राइटिंग में खुद इन टीचर्स के नाम लिखे हुए हैं।